So first time I met Papa was during the courting stages with Christina. I would go to their house and formally introduce myself. He was like what Tita Bebot said, he's a generous man. He would always offer me a cold drink, a shot here and there, any chicharon that he has, any pulutan that he has, he would always share it and give it to me. We bonded, we conversed, we were in the same line of business, we were in sales. I was in the pharmaceutical side of the business, he was more on the medical equipment, so we knew a common set of doctors that we were talking to in our livelihood. So, yun, dadalan, chikahan, kwentuhan, bulahan. So I said to myself, this is a very nice man, a very nice family man. I was really comfortable with him. Fast forward in the timeline, Christina and I tied the knot. And then we were starting a family here in the States, and we thought about Papa Sani, Mama Neneng, you know what, why don't we petition them? To offer them a better future, a better, like taking care of their health. We thought about them first, that we could bring them over to the States. So fortunately, he was the first one to say yes. So we started the process, and fast forward, he was petitioned and he was approved, and he was with us. He was actually a homebody. Ayaw lumabas. Didn't really want to go out, unless it's, if you're going to the outlet, you're going to Macy's. If it's shopping and it's for nice clothes, he would always join. Because from head to toe, I couldn't afford his lifestyle. He would always wear branded clothes that I couldn't afford, but he would somewhat manage to scavenge some of his hard-earned ipon and buy whatever he wanted. I always looked up to him because he was like, wow, I want to be like that when I grow old. He was really, when it comes to fashion, he was an epitome of a GQ model. He had style, he had swag. He would rarely go to events, but if he knows you, he knows the family, he would always join and spend a few hours of his time talking with the people, chikahan, bolahan, the usual thing that Papa usually does. He loves his TFC. When he's at home, I would always wake up, even though I come from night shift, I would wake up at 12 noon, exactly 12 noon, because I know it's already time for the showtime. When Vice Ganda always would crack out his jokes, he would laugh boisterously, and I would wake up, it's like, what's happening, what's happening? I get disoriented, and it's like, oh, it's just Papa watching his shows. I didn't mind, it was perfect timing for me to empty my bladder. Sorry, too much information, but that's the way he was. He loved his TFC. Also, he was one of the cleanest men that I know. Actually, the cleanest man that I know. His routine was, he would wake up 5 in the morning at home. Start cleaning the kitchen, make his coffee, watch his news, clean again the kitchen that he just cleaned an hour ago. Go to the bathrooms and clean again. By the time 7:30 comes in, we're rolling from night shift, he would always prepare a hot meal for us. It never failed. As soon as we get home, he was there.
And remove your mask. You don't have to put your mask on.
I promised that I wasn't gonna cry, but anyway, trying to keep it together. Okay. So that was his routine. His coffee, his news, his cleaning, and always that warm meal. Now we miss him because I'm back to cereal and Pop-Tarts because nobody's able to cook breakfast for us anymore. We miss you, Papa, for that. Not just that, though. Kidding aside, now comes in the 911 call that I did for the second time. I usually don't wake up early on a summer weekday, but this morning, something or someone did wake me up. Woke up at about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. As soon as I get out of the bedroom, he was calling my name and was asking for help. So, okay, so Dad, what's going on? I had to call 911 because it was way beyond my capabilities. Tina and I talked about his prognosis, his health status becoming worse and worse for the past how many months. And being as ICU nurses, we both knew that sometime, the inevitable would happen. And we have to accept the bitter truth that we would all go to this stage. It's just a matter of time. We just have to be emotionally and physically supportive to Papa for whatever he needs, because we're here for him, come what may. Latter months, he talked to me before this thing happened, and he said to me, "Alam mo, Richard, ready na ako anytime." When the Lord would tell me it's done, I would clearly accept it. So I said to him, "No, Pat, don't even think about it. We're still going to do a lot of shopping. We're going to still go buy a lot of your Florsheim's. We're going to buy a lot of your Bally's. We're going to go buy a lot of your cold hand shoes. Don't worry about it. Just don't even entertain the idea." So he snickered. He laughed like halfway. So I don't know if he saw through me that it was all BS, that he knows what's going on. It was just bullcrap of what I'm saying. Or he was very appreciative of the fact that I was trying to still encourage him to go on and fight for whatever he needs to fight. So he went for emergency surgery, he got better, and the doctor said he's doing progress, even though he's got this condition. We're going to prepare him for rehab. So we had our hopes high. We were clinging on to this certain glimmer of hope. Up to the ICU, the Pinay nurses loved him. They all left. Actually, they were here a while ago. There was one time that he was trying to communicate, but he had a tube in his throat. So he was trying to write uhaw and something with letter F. F-U-N. So they couldn't understand what it was. So anyway, knowing that Papa was jiving with the program, they loosened their strains, and eventually he got sick and tired of it, just yanked that breathing tube out. So when he pulled it out, he said, "All I was about to say, uhaw na uhaw ako. I want fundador." Fundador is right there. That was his favorite drink. He was a little bit loopy, confused because of sedation, because of anesthesia, but that's all he wanted to say. He wanted to take his favorite drink. Anyway, he got better, eventually got discharged and went to another hospital. In his last few days, he always wanted to eat something sweet. Whatever he wanted, Christina would always go out of her way to buy it, whether it's far away or close. She would always cater to what her dad wanted. Tina religiously came in, bathed him, cleaned him, for whatever he needed. She was always there. But with COVID restrictions, time was very limited. But she did what she had to do to take care of the dad. But on this sad Tuesday morning, September 8th, birthday of Mama Mary, he went to respiratory and cardiac arrest and expired. God has different plans for us. As my daddy used to say, he also did the same thing, a quiet exit. He would always say, when Karen could attest to this, you live a good and honest life. Because when the big boss upstairs says, finished or not finished, pass your papers, you have to do it. Papa is now resting and now at peace, away from suffering. We know that he is very happy to see all of his friends and relatives with us right now. And we know that he's in heaven. Maybe, who knows, maybe he might be playing mahjong or tongits upstairs with his friends and compadres. So to Papa Sunny, we thank you for what you did for us. We love you, and you would be forever missed. Thank you, Papa.